While it's on my mind, I'm going to go ahead and jump ahead to microphones. Um, Future videos, hopefully I'll have a outline instead of just going off the top of my head. But as far as microphones go, people spend tons and tons of money on their guitars. They'll spend thousands of dollars on their guitars, but they'll pay 75, 80 bucks on the crappy Shure 58s that everyone uses. There's a lot better microphones out there. If you are the front man, or even if you're just a backup vocalist, the biggest thing that you can do is get you a good microphone. You can find a Shure Beta 87, which is one of my favorites. It's a supercardioid, runs on phantom power, so you will have to have a phantom power supply. A lot of mixing boards will have a phantom supply on them. If not, you can pick up one for probably under 20 bucks. But at the very least, I would go with a Beta 58. The Shure 58s have been an industry standard, blah blah blah, but really you can do so much better. Also, Sennheiser has some really great microphones out there. I was just turned on to a company called Heil Sound. They have some really great microphones for a good price. Another Audix, the OM5 and OM7, great microphones. If you really want to get into expensive microphones, one of the last ones that I purchased that I can say I actually used was the Shure KSM9. I think retail they're about $700. They really are worth the money though. Like I said, if you're going to spend thousands of dollars on your guitar to get a good sounding guitar, why are you not spending that much money on your microphones? Another thing to think about investing in as far as vocals is go ahead and splurge and spend the money on a good heavy-duty microphone stand. You can spend money on the cheap, I think, Proline microphone stands, and you're going to end up going through 2 or 3 of those as opposed to one of the good heavy DR microphone stands. Also, a good thing to add to your equipment is, I believe it's TC Helicon makes a line of pedals called the Voice Tone line, I believe. And they have one that is a EQ pedal. It's basically automatic EQ, de-esser, and compression all in one. So if you're not really sure on how to set your own EQ yet, it's great. It does it for you. Also, if you get one of those nights, if you're playing a gig and you get the crappy sound guy who adjusts everything at the beginning of the show and then disappears, click this thing on, and your EQ and your de-essing and compression stuff you can control right there at your feet. The TC Helicon Voice Correct XT, I believe, also has this feature, and both of them also have phantom power. So if you are running a microphone that requires phantom power, both of those units will provide the phantom power, give you your auto EQ, de-essing, compression. The Correct XT also has a gate, and it also has pitch correction. I don't ever use it. It sounds really robotic. You start sounding like the rappers, like T-Pain and stuff. So I'd leave that turned off. But those are great, great pedals to add for any vocalist, whether you're a frontman or backup. As far as XLR cables, your mic cables go, I haven't noticed any difference between the cheap cables and more expensive like Mogami cables. The higher price cables claim to conduct everything a lot better. You get better response out of them. To the regular person, you can't really tell unless you're actually looking at graphs of what they do. You can't tell by ear really the difference between one cable or the other. Some do offer a lifetime replacement, but I can say if you take care of your cables, you're not going to have any problems with having to replace them. I've been singing and playing for about 12 years now and have never had to replace a cable. I've lost a lot of cables, but I've never had to replace one. So the whole lifetime warranty that I think like Monster Cable offers, go ahead and get the cheap stuff. Also, as far as like cables and microphones go, I would always try to get those used. Usually you can find them on eBay for way cheaper than you can at your local music store. And as long as you take care of your equipment and the person that you bought it from has taken care of their equipment, they're going to last forever. And even if you say you pay half price for 2 microphones because the first one that you bought off eBay crapped out on you, you still ended up only having to pay the full price between the 2 of those. So it's worth it to get cables, strings for your instruments, and mics all online. There's discount websites as well. I won't go into that, but that's about all I have to say right now for the microphone section. And hopefully we'll be getting some more videos up, and I'll try to get them a little bit more structured, have a game plan going into them instead of just winging it.